Looks maxes. What an interesting video I had made. So much engagement. A lot of Blackpillers commenting. A couple looks maxes commenting. A few wise people commenting. You know, slowly but surely, I'm starting to connect with the people who actually understand my message, which is really great. But it's still so clear that most people are just in the dark. Most people, when they hear the concepts that I speak of, you know, they just don't get it. And it's clear in the comments. Now, I said I wouldn't make another video on the black pill, but I was afraid. You see, I've been nervous to invite the attention of Blackpillers and looks maxes. So last night I was playing some quotes by Jesus just to listen as you fall asleep. And the first one that I was playing was from Psalm 23. And it said, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." And, you know, I have been afraid of the black pill, right? Because, you know, black and like shadow and death, you know, it's a connection. And I realized, you know, I've got nothing to be afraid of. God's on my side. When you align yourself with the truth, you cannot lose. Okay, that's why this kind of wisdom has lasted for thousands and thousands of years. That's why it's withstood the test of time. But, you know, even though what reconfirms this as well is that there's literally had not been a single comment from a black pillar from a looks maxer that's made me think, oh, you know what, they have a point. There wasn't a single comment with enough depth, you know, with enough emotional intelligence, with enough intelligence that you know, that could prove me wrong. Because what I argue in the video is fundamental. It's fun, like, the things I talk about are absolutely fundamental. Like black pillars, looks maxes, I'm taking you guys back to school. I'm taking you guys back to what you learn when you're 9 years old. The most basic shit, like joy comes from within. And like, if you're so deep in your own mental prison, you would look and hear what I'm saying, and you'd probably think, oh, cope. You think it's cope? It ain't cope, bro. This wisdom lasts for thousands and thousands of years for a reason. Not a single one of you can argue competently against what I'm saying. There's not a single one. Bring your highest IQ goon. Bring your highest IQ guy. He can't say anything. Because what I'm saying is absolutely fundamental. Because what I'm saying is the truth.
When we are uncomfortable or anything unpleasant happens, we look to take refuge in something. Usually we turn to food, alcohol, sex, drugs, money, power, or relationships. But none of these things gives us the lasting protection or satisfaction we're looking for. When you understand you can't find lasting happiness in samsara, then the desire to find true refuge becomes strong. In Buddhism, we take refuge in the three jewels, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. The Buddha is like the doctor who understands your disease and knows how to treat it. The Dharma, his teachings, is the medicine he prescribes, and the Sangha is the spiritual community that helps you to take the medicine. To take refuge is to finally seek protection from suffering in a way that can really help you. When we think about the ultimate nature of reality and what causes us to suffer, this is the true meaning of refuge.
So, again, because what I'm saying is the truth, there's definitely going to be people who see my message and see what I'm saying, who can see the ridiculousness of looks maxing. The ego has been developed as a survival mechanism. Over the years, what does the ego seek? It seeks status. It's constantly seeking status. And with seeking and desire comes suffering. That is why the Buddha has said life is suffering. Because we live with an ego. We live with an ego that constantly wants more and more and more. Looks maxing, you know, in terms of gaining status, it's not even like the highest thing. Like making money and acquiring power is even higher than that. And people want to focus on looks maxing. Even then, you know, when you're 40 years old and you spend all your time looks maxing, what have you got? What have you got that's left over after all your looks maxing? You've got everything else. You've got your emotional intelligence, your wisdom, your knowledge, what you've built. Real masculinity is about building things. It's about creating. It's super feminine. It's super feminine to looks, Max. Like what? You want to be like a pretty girl where you just get attention and validation for how you look? I believe, call me old fashioned, but masculinity is about building stuff. I'm not saying that looks don't matter. That's not what I'm saying. Beauty overall is absolutely important. If all that you've spent is caring about your looks, and then that goes away, what have you got? You have nothing. What happened to Ziz? I loved Ziz. I loved his message. He had an inspiring message. Do you know how he died? He killed himself. After a nose job, after surgery that went wrong, he overdosed on painkillers and started a sauna. Because he was so ashamed that his now pretty face was fucked up. And he killed himself. Because his whole ego was built on how he looked. Let's read the comments. Let's see what I got. Now this is good. This was a very funny one. This guy right here. Just because you're a model doesn't mean you are actually very handsome, by the way. Your face is actually only slightly above average among lean and fit people. I personally get treated incredibly different compared to most of my friends when it comes to flirting, clubbing, etc. Especially when I wear 5 centimeters platforms, because I'm only 5'10", 179 otherwise. Saying I'm a model and blah 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 don't throw me. It's pretty disingenuous. Very lean. You're a super tall model. What do you even Well, I'm definitely closer. I'm not a Chad myself, but I'm definitely closer. And sometimes girls will start staring around my face randomly during conversation, start biting their lip and stuff after like half a minute of talking, as long as I don't say anything off-putting and I was their type. In terms of colouring to begin with, it is very clear to me that if my frame wasn't significantly below average to the point I was looking 2 years after the gym and my height wasn't a centimeter below average in Western Europe, I would literally be approached by girls regularly, something that already happens from time to time if I'm well dressed. Oh my god, I didn't read the full thing before. Wow! The bro is lost. How does bro spend his time writing that message and not just see like the bullshit? Wow. Like when I first read it, I just saw like the details that popped out at me. And I instantly thought that this guy has built his ego around his appearance, which is lame, which is shallow, right? Personally, I would be quite sad if, you know, my friends or if girls just valued me for my appearance. You know, I just, yeah, feel like think about it. And then Clark, what a legend, bro. Clark fucking slam dunked this guy. Why the fuck is bro splurging about his appearance and pre-assuming that girls are going to throw themselves after him if his shoulder frame is slightly above 1 inch? What? Yeah, why are you saying that, bro? In case you're not being sarcastic, then for real, go outside and meet people that appreciate and meet your characteristics and stop idolizing shallow Western standards that wouldn't give you any other fulfillment than bitterness and fuel your already inflated ego about your insecurities. And the solution to those problems above, seek God and have a good day. He hit the nail on the fucking head. Like what the buffoon of alpha males do on Instagram, at least they show off like their success. You know, they'll show off like their private jet, their expensive watch, like a cigar or something. Like at least that it shows that they have motion, that they've built something. And you look smacks and motherfuckers are just showing that you got lucky in the genetic lottery. What have you got? You got nothing. Masculinity is about building stuff. There's a complete lack of masculinity in the world today, and it's like, you need to ask yourself a question. What value do you add to society? What value do you add to your friends, to your family? Oh, I look good. Oh, I can teach men how to look good, how to get a hollow jawline. Oh. It's like, grow the fuck up. You're not a fucking girl, you're a man. Then again, unless you want to be feminine. Something that's very interesting, I saw a reel recently. And it was talking about, feminine energy. Like, the looks, your handsome appearance may get the woman to talk to you. But after talking to you, after getting to know you, they start to ask themselves questions, like the girls, they start to ask themselves, can I feel safe in this man's energy? Does this man have a good future? Is this man emotionally intelligent? Is he intelligent? Can he build a good future? Is this man a good horse to bet on? Your looks will get you through the front door. Your looks will get you, fucking could increase your body count. But at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares, bro? You're still stuck in samsara. You're still in that state of desire. Okay, what's next? You're still trying to fill your fucking cup that has holes in it. You understand? And then I responded to what Clark said, and the bro comes back. As a kid, I was skinny, fat, blah, blah, blah. I had built my ego around my thoughts and opinions and skills like many do. The moment you are able to satisfy your most basic biological urges regularly, it becomes clear that the rest is cope. Some copes are a lot better than others, my friend, which is not always a bad thing, to be fair. Right, I don't think he gets it. He's kind of, seems like he's waffling a bit to me. Nobody spends time writing this message, talking about if their shoulders frame was slightly more above average, they'll get more female attention. Grow up. Again, more Blackpillers talking about cope. You see, I almost want to remove these comments, but I won't, to ensure the integrity of my channel. You see, what I'm preaching is inner strength, is spiritual power. And the Blackpillers, they love to spread their misery. You guys know that old saying, misery loves company. They love to spread their misery. They love to spread their negative energy to keep you down, to keep you feeling like ass. Blackpillers, one day you will get sick of your shit. You will get sick of your own mind. You will get sick of the mental prisons that you have built for yourself. You'll sit there and blame society, you sit there and blame me, you sit there and blame other people. But at the end of the day, it's your fault. And once you take responsibility, that's when you can achieve and begin to access your real power once again. Because through responsibility, you can change shit. When you look yourself in the mirror and say, I fucked up. At least, when you say I'm the one who messed up, that means you're the one who can change. Do you understand? Most of you won't get what I'm saying, but it might plant a seed. A couple of you might be ready to jump over into the realm of responsibility and make some changes. We'll see. Do you have a girlfriend? If so, do a loyalty test on her. A lot of these social media chads do them. Blah, 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 blah. The only way to force the black pill down the blue pillars' throats. Better looking men don't. These guys just don't even know what they don't even know. Okay, I'll say it again. The handle of my channel is called Life Max King. Not because I wish to be performative, I wish to show off, but because I want to live a joyful and fulfilling life. And the things that I do, the books that I read, the things that I think, the reason why I pray and meditate every day is to fill my mind with beauty. Because what is within will manifest what is outside. Like, you Blackpillers wouldn't have any idea. You guys wouldn't have any idea. You guys don't even know what you don't even know. Your perspective is like this. Okay, it's so narrow. You guys don't know. And most of you are kids. Most of you guys aren't even adults yet. You're teenagers. I'm looking at the accounts which commented. You guys are children. I can tell by your writing. You guys are not even you guys aren't even out of school. Let go of the black pill ideology now, It'll be a lot harder later on in life. It will. Negative thoughts and negative thought patterns are very sticky in the mind. Okay? It's very sticky. You're setting yourself up for failure with the black pill. I get your point. A lot of content is mostly viewed by people looking to cope because they feel ugly in society. I'm not saying that's all in their head. Some people are unfortunately unattractive, and looks are so prevalent in social media these days. If not that, then it's status, money, there are all sorts of channels. Okay. See, he's starting to get it. You know, attraction is far more about power and status. It's just how it is. So in terms of like power, status, money, you know, like looks is just one thing. It's just one part of the equation. Yes, it can get you through the front door, but then women with their intuitive minds will start to dissect you, and they'll see who you really are. Okay, you can't be just like a shell of a person, and like all you have is your looks. You know, you'll go nowhere. So, yes, this guy. He said, just my opinion, nice video. At first I was skeptic and ready to disagree, but you made your point and I found some middle ground in which I partially changed my opinion. Fantastic. The point of these videos is to plant seeds in people. That sounds a bit sus. But guys, you know, like, I hear stories constantly. There is so much darkness in the world. There is so much. And the most prevalent form of evil today, it comes through to us through the internet. Okay, war is no longer fought on the physical plane. It's fought on the mental plane. It's fought on the spiritual plane. Why would people want to fight when their spirit is so degraded? How can people fight? You guys know the show Black Mirror? You know why it's called Black Mirror, right? Black Mirror is an old occult term where dark spirits come through black mirrors. And it's also called Black Mirror because we're surrounded by black mirrors. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm getting at? And it's like, you guys are being brainwashed by such negativity that's coming through your screen. Like, life doesn't need to be like that. I understand how you feel, Blackpillers. I understand how you feel. Like, you guys are setting yourself up for you're literally setting yourself up for failure. You can choose to be joyful. You can choose to be joyful. You can program your own mind. You have so much power, and you literally give all of your power away. Son, you're saying this as a HTN JBA. Just be Australian, apparently. Obviously, I don't know what this bullshit means because I don't surround myself in negativity. And then this guy replies, HTN, high tier normie. Someone in the 5 top 10% of looks. Typically, the best looking guy in the classroom. This is the range where girls start to find you attractive. Okay, so do you notice how he said best looking guy in the classroom? This guy's a kid. This guy hasn't left high school. He is a kid. He doesn't even have perspective of the world. And he's already filling his mind with fucking bullshit. Did you know that men's prefrontal cortexes develop slower than women's? This is why we see more women succeeding academically today. You know, why there's more women in university for the first time in history today. And somehow it's actually getting slower. Like, the prefrontal cortex is getting, like, its development is being delayed. It's being developed later in life for young boys. The prefrontal cortex is like, it's like your logical part of the brain. It's the executive function. And, you know, like most of these guys are kids. They're little kids. they don't have any perspective. Their minds literally aren't developed. You see why I have books above there? I leave them there. I leave them there to show proof of my perspective, to show my proof that I know about human beings, that I know about the mind. And then these kids, and then he goes, oh, like, by the way, if you are Southeast Asian, you get the lowest matches on Tinder. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You can find any statistic you want to back up any point you want. Think about the carnivore diet. Think about the vegan diet. You can whip out any fucking statistic out of thin air, proving both of those diets are healthy. So what I do, because you can find any statistic, I listen to people that I want to be like. I don't listen to shit that does not empower me. I don't let it into my mind, because why would I? Do you understand? And also he says, took me like 5 minutes to explain this in detail. I hope you can understand the black pill more clearly now. So this simple ass comment took him 5 minutes when it could have taken a minute in ChatGPT or something. Obviously, he's a kid. So many people are being misled into a dark path. So many. This guy says, Lamau, bro, stop. No, I will not be stopping. And look, as we can see, this fucking guy is still uploading Minecraft Survival Let's Plays. And not only is he uploading Minecraft Survival Let's Plays, he's playing on the Xbox. So he's not even smart enough to be playing on Java. Okay, this is how low IQ the Blackpillers are. Guys, I'm trying to shine the light on you guys. Like, you guys are young, you guys are kids, you guys are obviously bitter, you guys are obviously unhappy, or else you wouldn't have the black pill. Like, it's even in the name, the black pill. You're swallowing a pill of fucking darkness. Oh my god. Okay, this guy. I always love these videos. Then a HTN Chadlight is saying something like, oh, it's all about personality and confidence. Hey, dickhead, watch the fucking video. You can sense that he genuinely thinks it's true. His looks carried him through the most important moments of life. He got friends, GF, job, respect from others. It's like, oh, what a fucking idiot. What an idiot. Well, you're not an idiot. You're just very misguided. Why does HTN Chadlight seek these kind of books? You know, seek spirituality, seek self-help. Every human being suffers internally. We're all stuck in samsara. We all suffer from desire. Do you understand? By the way, he's wrong about me. His looks carried him through the most important moments of life. And, you know, I said it before. Yes, your looks can get you through the front door, but if you don't have the intelligence or, you know, emotional intelligence to back up, then nobody cares. And the reason why I know is because I've lived as myself. I've lived with friends. I've been friends with people who didn't respect me. I've been very, very lonely. I've been very lonely in many times of my life. It's like, how? Like, people are not fucking 2D, bro. You cannot look at a person's life, oh, his life's easy. He has this and this and that because he's born a certain way. Like, bro, people are human beings. People are not statistics. One of the most retarded things which happens in the earth today, and the example I use is like left versus right politics. And so many people argue just incessantly. So if I say, I lean right, you know, I used to be in a drama class in high school, and you know, it was just me and my friends. We liked Donald Trump, and like Donald Trump was being elected. And just because we said we like Donald Trump, they all attacked us. You know, they made complete assumptions about us. Like, oh, you think this, and that, and you probably think gay people should be electrocuted. And it's like, they took a small tiny information, like a small piece of information about our lives, and just assumed the whole picture. They just assumed that they knew everything. You know, just like what this guy is doing. Takes a small snippet from my life, the video I made, which he clearly didn't watch or understood anything about it, And he says his looks carry him through the most important moment of his life. He got 300 GF job with his mother's. And then in order just to boost my ego, he starts to think, oh, I'm so charismatic. Like, bro, you know, like these videos and the way I'm speaking, it has taken a lot of practice. Go and look at the first video I made. It's taken a lot of practice. See that guitar over there? I've been playing for 5 years. Like the first 2 years of playing guitar, you literally have to practice practicing. And I was fucking ass at it. My first videos were ass. I used to be so shy. After COVID-19, going to university, I had fucking like cold sweats, my heart beating out of my chest because I'm so nervous to go to class. But you dickheads, and you guys are dickheads if you think you can judge another human being based off a tiny snippet of their life. What is wrong with you, bro? We are all human. This is why spirituality exists. That's why I'm trying to shine the light on you guys. You guys are so trapped in your darkness. You guys are so trapped and sucked into the black mirror. The thing about looks is nothing blah 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 blah. Well, I hit the gym, been on a diet and so on, still I'm uglier than 70% of guys on the street. So, when you black pillars think about self-improvement, you usually only think about how to get a pretty face and going to the gym. How about the inner work? How about seeking God? How about taking your computer, throwing it the fuck away, and making some radical changes to your life? I'm telling you, you will get sick of your own mind. You will get sick of the mind which is constantly thinking, constantly trying to solve problems. You're going to get sick of it. I promise you. You will get sick of it. And if you don't learn, it's literally either learn, evolve, or die, or live the rest of your life in bitterness. You have that choice. What do you want to do? You want to live the rest of your life being fucking sad? Like a coward? Or do you want to accumulate power, become the best version of yourself, add something to society, follow God? Choice is yours, bro. It should be fucking simple. But it's very, very hard when the black mirror has got your dopamine hooks. It has got you hooked on dopamine. And, did you know that stress can be addictive? You can be addicted to negative thought patterns, to stress. You gotta be very careful with what you allow into your mind. If I go to this trash can over here, that's got trash in it, and I put my hand in there, what's the chances of me pulling out a diamond? It's none. So when you consume trash content, garbage content, which makes you feel like shit, what's the chances it's going to empower you? It's none. When you read like a book, when you read like a spiritual book, what's the chances it's going to empower you? It's like 99 fucking %. So yes, obviously I replied, watched the video more carefully. Lastly, my friends, based on the energy of your comment, throw away your PC, stop gooning, no gooning anime. Because it's obvious. And Clark comes back, it just bewildered me how some people just give up on trying to be better simply because they weren't good looking. The irony of it came from what the social media and social expectations, not by their own perception of happiness, which turns out to be a cycle of bitterness and frustration. You say you're a manlet that is uglier than most men, and that you think you're meant to lose since birth. Bro, if you put your definition of success or happiness and how others perceive you, then yes, you already are a fucking loser from the start, no matter how good looking you are. Holy fuck. Oh. Hit the nail on the fucking head, bro. Hit the nail on the head. I would say about 5% of the people watching these videos understand what I'm saying. The idea of how you look determines the quality of your life isn't really wrong or stupid. The only negative part of the black pill is that it diminishes the quality of life that remains. The only negative part of the black pill. Now, some people think this is like a good take. I don't think it's it's okay, but hey, I agree with Harvey comment. But because he says, the idea that how you look determines the quality of your life. the idea of how you look determines the quality of your life. You know, I said before, attraction is looks is only one part of attraction, right? There's a lot more things that goes on. So he defines that so in his head, he internalizes the belief, he says to himself, how I look determines the quality of my life. So on a day, if he has like a bad hair day or something, everything just becomes shit. Everything becomes bad. He's making his omelet in the morning. It's a bad omelet because he has bad hair, because he doesn't look quite as good, because the quality of his life is ruined. You know, by his logic, that's what he's saying. It doesn't make any sense. And by my reflection on my own life, you know, I'm quite a neurotic person. So okay, because I'm an HTN Chadlite, should I be in the top 5% range of happy people? Should I? Oh, fuck. What the? Oh, really? What happened? Why do I not feel like that? Can somebody explain? Your perception of reality, quality of life, enjoyment of it, and all outcomes of experience is determined purely by the energy you give out and reciprocating in return. You say, life goes, life give you good. I agree. This guy says, tell that to a kid with cancer. Okay, mate. Okay, again. Buddhism, spirituality, letting go. You guys don't get it. You guys don't get it. Truth is, you know, very enlightened people, when they're about to pass, you know, everyone's crying around them. You know what they say? They say, why are you crying? I'm not going anywhere. There's no fear. You can get to a point. You get to a point where fear and desire doesn't bother you. You don't need to suffer. You need to stop. Are you guys starting to get it? That this is a spiritual YouTube channel. And what I'm teaching is like the most fundamental things. You can't argue against it. You just can't. Looks, and the first comment I got, looks maxing is stupid. Women aren't attracted to pretty guys. Women are attracted to men of high status. Well, guys, that's it. That was me reacting to the comments on this channel. Honestly, this subject is literally such a farm for content, because the amount of madness that is out there, and just the darkness which people are in, is crazy. This video will get hate, it will get disliked, but most people see what I'm saying, and most people can't deny what I'm saying. And especially the ones that are trapped, you know, the ones that are trapped in their own mental prisons. Sometimes I can slip a little bit of light through the bars, and then, you know, one day it might shine. It'll help them shine a little brighter.